अथ तृतीयोऽध्यायः कर्मयोगः। अर्जुन सेज,
जायसि चेत् कर्मणस्ते मता बुद्धिर्जनार्दन, तत्किं कर्माणि घोरे मां नियोजयसि केशव।
O Janardana, why do you urge me to wage war if you consider knowledge superior to action?
व्यामिश्रेणेव वाक्येन बुद्धिं मोहयसीव मे, तदेकं वद निश्चित्य येन श्रेयोऽहमाप्नुयाम्।
Your mixed advice is bewildering. I plead with you to decisively tell me the single path to the highest good.
श्री भगवान सेज, लोकेऽस्मिन् द्विविधा निष्ठा पुरा प्रोक्ता मया नघ, ज्ञानयोगेन सांख्यानां कर्मयोगेन योगिनाम्।
There are two paths to enlightenment. The path of knowledge for those inclined toward contemplation, and the path of work for those inclined towards action. Both paths cater to different temperaments.
न कर्मणामनारम्भान् नैष्कर्म्यं पुरुषोऽश्नुते, न च सन्न्यासनादेव सिद्धिं समाधिगच्छति।
One cannot achieve freedom from karmic reactions simply by avoiding work. Perfection of knowledge is also not attained by mere physical renunciation.
न हि कश्चित् क्षणमपि जातु तिष्ठत्य कर्मकृत्, कार्यते अवशः कर्म सर्वः प्रकृतिजैर्गुणैः।
No one can remain inactive for even a moment, as all beings are driven to action by their qualities born of material nature.
कर्मेन्द्रियाणि संयम्य यास्ते मनसा स्मरन्, इन्द्रियार्थान् विमूढात्मा मिथ्याचारः स उच्यते।
Those who restrain their actions but dwell on sense objects in their minds are self-deluded hypocrites. They may appear outwardly pious while inwardly harboring unfulfilled desires.
यस्त्विन्द्रियाणि मनसा नियम्यारभतेऽर्जुन, कर्मेन्द्रियैः कर्मयोगम् असक्तः स विशिष्यते।
Karma yogis who control their senses with the mind and work without attachment are superior, O Arjuna. These practitioners excel by engaging their actions in duty while maintaining inner detachment.
नियतं कुरु कर्म त्वं कर्म ज्यायो यकर्मणः, शरीरयात्रापि च तेन प्रसिद्ध्येद कर्मणः।
You must perform your prescribed duties, since action is superior to inaction. By ceasing activity, you cannot even maintain your bodily existence.
यज्ञार्थात् कर्मणोऽन्यत्र लोकोऽयं कर्म बन्धनः तदर्थं कर्म कौन्तेय मुक्तसङ्गः समाचर.
Work performed as a sacrifice to the Supreme Lord prevents worldly bondage, while other actions create it. Therefore, O Kunti's son, perform your prescribed duties for God's satisfaction without being attached to the results.
यज्ञः प्रजाः सृष्ट्वा पुरोवाच प्रजापतिः अनेन प्रसविष्यध्वमा देशवो स्पष्टकामधू.
In the beginning of creation, Brahma creates humankind along with their duties. He tells them to prosper by performing their sacrifices, which also bestow upon them everything they desire.
Devan bhavayatanena te deva bhavayantu vaha parasparam bhavayantaha shreyah paramavapsyatha.
By making offerings, human please the universe, and through this mutual cooperation, great prosperity reigns for all. This reciprocal relationship maintains the cosmic order and brings about good fortune.
Ishtan bhogan hi vo deva dasyante yagya bhavitaha Tardattana pradayebhyo yo bhunkte stene eva saha.
The universe then grants all desired necessities. Conversely, those who enjoy these divine gifts without offering anything in return are truly thieves.
यज्ञशिष्टाशिनः सन्तो मुच्यन्ते सर्वकिल्बिषः भुञ्जते ते त्वघं पापा ये पचन्त्यात्मकारणात्.
The spiritually minded who eat food first, offered in sacrifice, are released from all sins. In contrast, those who cook for their own pleasure eat only sin.
Annat bhavanti bhutani parjanyadanna sambhavaha yagyat bhavati parjanyo yagyah karma samudbhavaha.
All beings are born from food, which comes from rain. Rain arises from sacrifice, which is born of prescribed duties.
Karma brahmodbhavam vidhi brahmakshara samudbhavam tasmat sarvagatam brahma nityam yagye pratishtitam.
The Vedas described the duties for human beings, and God Himself manifests the Vedas. Therefore, the all-pervading Lord is eternally present within acts of offerings.
Evam pravartitam chakram nanuvartayati hayaha aghayurindriyaramo mogham partha sajivati.
Those who ignore their duties within the cycle of offering are sinful, O Arjuna. Living only for sensual delight, their lives are in vain.
Yasvatma ratireva syat आत्मतृप्तश्च मानवः आत्मन्येव च सन्तुष्टस्तस्य कार्यं न विद्यते.
When one rejoices and is fully satisfied and illumined in the self, they have no further duties to perform. Their contentment is found internally, freeing them from external obligations and the need for action to achieve fulfillment.
नैव तस्य कृतेनार्थो न कृतेनेह कश्चन न चास्य सर्वभूतेषु कश्चिदर्थव्यपाश्रयः.
Self-realized souls have nothing to gain or lose from fulfilling or renouncing their duties. They do not need to rely on others for their own self-interest.
तस्माद् असक्तः सततं कार्यं कर्म समाचर असक्तो याचरन् कर्म परं माप्नोति पुरुषः.
Therefore, give up attachment and perform actions as your duty. By working without attachment to the results, one attains the Supreme.
कर्मणैव हि संसिद्धिम् आस्थिता जनकादयः लोकसङ्ग्रहमेवापि सम्पश्यन् कर्तुम् अर्हसि.
Just as great leaders like King Janaka attain perfection by performing their duties, so must you, Arjuna, to set a good example for the world.
यद्दाचरति श्रेष्ठस्ततदेवेतरो जनः स यत्प्रमाणं कुरुते लोकस्तदनुवर्तते.
Whatever actions are performed and standards set by great people are followed by common folk, making your own actions highly influential.
न मे पार्थास्ति कर्तव्यं त्रिषु लोकेषु किञ्चन नानवाप्तामवाप्तव्यं वर्त एव च कर्मणि.
In all three worlds, there is no duty and nothing to gain. However, work is always performed.
यदि अहं न वर्तेयं जातु कर्मण्यतन्द्रितः मम वर्त्मानुवर्तन्ते मनुष्याः पार्थ सर्वशः.
If duties are not performed carefully, all will follow that example, O Paratha. The actions set a standard, potentially leading others to follow suit.
उत्सिदेयुरिमे लोका न कुर्यां कर्म चेदहम् शङ्करस्य च कर्तास्याम् उपहन्यामि महाप्रजाः.
If my actions cease, these worlds will perish. This would cause chaos and destroy the peace of the human race.
सक्तः कर्मण्य विद्वांसो यथा कुर्वन्ति भारत कुर्यात् विद्वांस्तथा सक्तश्चिकीर्षुर्लोकसङ्ग्रहम्.
Just as the ignorant perform their duties with attachment to results, the wise should act without attachment to lead people on the right path. This sets an example for others while remaining internally detached from the outcome.
Na buddhi bhedam janayeda ajnanam karma sangena joshayet sarva karmani vidvana yuktah samacharan.
The wise should inspire others to do their duties by performing their duties in an enlightened manner.
Prakriteha kriyamanani guneha karmani sarvashaha ahankara vimudhatma kartahamiti manyate.
All activities are performed by the three modes of material nature. The soul, however, deluded by ignorance and false identification with the body, mistakenly believes itself to be the doer.
Tatvavittu mahabaho guna karma vibhagayoha guna guneshu vartanta iti matvana sajjate.
Illumined persons distinguish the soul from the gunas and karmas, knowing that it is only the gunas interacting with each other, O mighty Arjuna. Therefore, they do not become entangled in them.
Prakratir guna sammudhaha sajjante guna karmasu Tana kritsna vido mandan kritsna vinna vichalaye.
Those who are deluded by the gunas become attached to their actions' results. The wise who understand these truths should not disturb such ignorant people who know very little.
Mai sarvani karmani sannyasyaadhyatma chetasa nirashir nirmamo bhutva yudhya svavigata jvaraha.
Offer all work to the Supreme, meditating on the Supreme. Eliminate desire, selfishness, and grief.
Ye me matamedam netyam anutishtanti manavaha shraddhavanto nasuyanto muchyante tepi karmabhihi.
Those who follow my teachings without envy, with faith and humility, are released from the bondage of karma. They free themselves from the cycle of actions and their consequences.
Ye tvetadabhyasuyanto nanutishtanti me matam sarvagyana vimudhanstan vidhi nashtana chetasaha.
Those who find fault with my teachings lack knowledge and discrimination, and by disregarding these principles, they ultimately bring about their own ruin. They do not understand the profound wisdom and divine purpose behind my words, leading them to a path of self-destruction.
Sadrishyam cheshtete swasyaha prakritir jnanvanapi prakratim yanti bhutani nigraha kim karishyati.
Even the wise act according to their natures, as all beings are driven by their natural tendencies. repression gains nothing.
इन्द्रियस्येन्द्रियस्यार्थे रागद्वेषो व्यवस्थितो तयोर्नावशमागच्छेत् तो यस्य परिपन्थिनो.
The senses naturally develop attachment and aversion, but do not be controlled by them. They are like thieves on the path of spiritual progress and can be your greatest enemies.
Shreyan swadharmo vegunah paradharmat svanushthitat swadharme nidhanam shreyah paradharmo bhayavahah.
It is way better to perform one's own duty imperfectly than to perfectly perform another's. It is safer to die in the discharge of your own duty than to follow the path of another, which is fraught with danger.
Arjun says,
Atha kena prayuktoyam papam charati purushah anichhannapi varshaneya baladeva niyojitah.
What power compels a person to sin, even unwillingly and as if by force or descendant of Vrishni?
Shri Bhagwan says, Kamesha Krodhesha Rajoguna Samudbhavaha Mahashano Mahapapma Vidhinam Iha Varinam.
Lust is the all-devouring enemy born of passion, which later transforms into anger. This powerful, sinful force creates desires for worldly enjoyment that bind one to the material world.
Dhumena vriyate vahanir yatha darsho malena cha yathulbena vrato garbhas tatha tene damavritam.
Desire, like smoke covering fire, dust masking a mirror, or a womb concealing an embryo, shrouds one's knowledge.
Avratam jnanametena jnanino nityavarina kamarupena kanteya dushpurena nilena cha.
This perpetual, insatiable, and fire-like desire covers the knowledge of even the most discerning, making it a constant enemy.
Indriyani mano buddhir asyadhishthanam uchyate eter vimohatyesha jnanamavritya dehinam.
Desire corrupts the senses, mind, and intellect, which in turn cloud one's knowledge and delude the soul.
Tasmat tvam indriyani yado niyamya bharatarshava papmanam prajahiyenam jnana vijnana nashanam.
Bring the senses under control at the very beginning to slay this enemy, O best of Bharatas. This act protects your knowledge and allows for self-realization by controlling the senses, mind, and intellect.
Indriyani paranyahur indriyebhyah param manaha manasastu para buddhir yo buddheha paratastu saha.
senses are superior to the body. The mind is superior to the senses. The intellect is superior to the mind, and the soul is even superior to the intellect.
एवं बुद्धेः परं बुद्ध्वा संस्तभ्यात्मानमात्मना जहि शत्रुं महाबाहो कामरूपं दुरासदम्.
By realizing the soul's superiority to the material intellect, subdue the lower self with the soul's strength and defeat the enemy of lust.
ओम तत्सदिति श्रीमद्भगवद्गीता सुपनिषत्सु ब्रह्म विद्यायां योग शास्त्रे श्री कृष्ण अर्जुन संवादे कर्मयोगो नाम तृतीयोऽध्यायः.
This concludes the third chapter of the Bhagavad Gita, called Karma Yoga, the yoga of action in the dialogue between Krishna and Arjuna, which is the essence of the Upanishads, the science of the absolute, and the scripture of yoga.